Hey folks, Quillican here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4! This is still the press pre-release copy. We are playing as Italy over here, and we are rapidly moving towards the cusp of war over here. I did review the trade agreements, was actually able to, I believe, cancel all the incoming trade routes, and end up with basically a surplus everywhere. A little bit of a need of oil, a little bit of a need of rubber, but basically we are 100% where we want to be, which is great, and that freed up some extra civilian factories over here. So we are starting to pump out the military factories a little bit faster, which is good, because I still want to ramp up this production. We've got, again, roughly a year probably before it really starts to hit the fan. And in that time, we should be able to produce a whole lot of stuff. We're starting to end up with surplus of everything, which is great to see. We have to decide if we are going to bump up our recruitment policy or what's going to happen there. We're still not building any new tank divisions, and I think it's probably time to get started on that. We have a lot of tanks in the bank, so I think I kind of like that plan. Do I want to make any change to this? Well, I mean, I don't really have the resources. Probably they should have support artillery. Doesn't slow down their speed or anything like that, just gives them a lot more attack, and we do have a little bit of artillery saved up, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Actually, I didn't check to see exactly how much artillery we had. Yeah, we have some there. And that will get deployed. Let's just check the construction queue. Still need a little bit more. None's being produced right at this time. I'm going to bring up the towed artillery, I think, to the top here. So when we get a few new factories, they will pump in over here. I think it's still probably okay for me to train maybe a pair of these bad boys, and I'm just going to get them to spawn in Venice, same as the infantry divisions, and we'll figure out where they're going to go. We're still slowly working on some more, what do you call it? Alpine divisions over here. Our numbers are actually pretty good. We got 24 on the front. France has got 23 right now, and we've got some more coming in, and we are going to build forts. I mean, defensively, we're going to be fine. It starts becoming an interesting question of, can we go through or not? One of the things I might do is start to use the colonial troops as garrison for our forts over here, to just in case there's a naval invasion. I mean, we do have, I think, naval supremacy everywhere, so we're probably safe from an actual coastal invasion right now, but it would be a pretty good idea. Oh right, and we've got that battleship that's done. So what's the 3 fleet? Oh, this is destroyer. So these are going to be our hunters. Hunters 1, because I think we've got a couple of destroyer-only fleets. We'll take a look at them after. So I think the Italian fleet 4 here. Actually, this one's got 2 battleships already. Italian fleet 1 then? Oh, that's the parked one. So Italian fleet 2 has only got 1 of those guys. So, and it's patrolling the central and eastern Mediterranean. So let's get it to park over here. And you as well. Join up over there. And then we'll have a 2 battleship fleet. I mean, I could split them in half and just have them control 1 sea zone, but I think that they'll correctly spread and do everything. We've got double overlap over here, but I think, you know, it's a little bit more bottlenecky for a few things, and it's a good place to have the extra stuff. Am I worried about this sea? Not really, because we have control over the entire coast, other than the tiny little pocket of Greece right here. So there's really no way anyone can sneak in here without going through either the central or eastern Mediterranean Sea. So I'm feeling kind of okay. Our Marines, yep, are good. No one should be exercising at this point. And indeed, that is the case. We still have to assign a few commanders. We might have to roll a few commanders, actually. But I think we need to change. We really need to save up for a conscription change, is what we have to do at this point. Because manpower is really starting to run low, and we need to kick that up before the war starts. Let's run things on speed 4 for a little while. Alright, you guys both here? Nope. Control, yeah, select, or no. Control group, that's what I want. Patrol those 2 zones. I don't think we need to do the Black Sea. Also, if Turkey turns into a blocker, then that's not going to work out for us. It would be nice to actually get Turkey on our side. That's something that, you know, really Germany can probably do more than anything else. 47% fascist support, and I'm going to keep going with the boost popularity. Elections coming up. It's going to be some point December of 38, which is now. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens with Serbia over here. If for some reason they don't go for it, I might just coup them. In fact, I think I will. because there's enough popular support over there. But the election should time out very nicely. Okay. Italian Theater 1. I wonder if I should set up 2 theaters just for ease of planning here. I don't know. I think we're okay. So what do I do with these infantry divisions? More people down here? Probably. Yeah, we've got way more than we need over here. I think if we're going to pad out anything else, it's going to be this area. The infrastructure is in. We're going to do it. Yeah, my priority in the war will be to make the run on Cairo. That and Greece. Ooh, encryption. Excellent. So that finishes this, unless we want to get the next level of radar. But I'm going to hold off on it for now. We're good here. It's almost 39, though, so let's go and get the next level of industry. Low manpower. I know. And slightly short on a couple of things, but basically we're there. So what are you doing? Reassert Eastern Claim. Still working on that. Again, that'll get the Memel. And they might go straight from that into the Polish Danziger War, or they might do one more first. I think that's how the timing would work out more historically. I don't know what order Germany will do things in. We'll see. And, oh, look at this. We don't actually have enough decryption to be able to see the Greek units. Really? I'm actually quite surprised at that. Because as far as we know, as far as I know, I'm up there. I suppose that might be a good place then. I don't know how much it matters. Let me check here. Oh, we're still researching decryption. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Still researching decryption. And yeah, we're on it's 39, so I'm going to grab the advanced machine tools for a higher cap. I could build a radar here. I think it would give us more information, but I don't think that's going to be necessary, and later in the game it would be not very useful. So I'm going to be all right with that. So we've got 13 Alpine divisions. And actually, they've pulled all their Alpine divisions back except for one. They've got one over here, and that's it as far as I know. I bet you we can push through these guys. Tanks don't do particularly well in the mountains, but what is this? Is it the mountain down here? Urban. Into mountain, yeah. So I don't know. We do have some tanks. They're fully equipped and everything, just being trained up. That's going to be good. Improved infantry weapons. Excellent. We definitely want that. It's 39. Let's get weapons 2 underway. And as soon as that's done, I will flip our production over to that. Towed artillery is coming in, and that need has been filled. I think I'm going to scale back on that at this point. Especially if it's filled as is. We're going to let that come in. Fighter count goes up a little bit. Close air support is currently okay. Still a need for fighters as is, plus that's with a relatively conservative setup. For example, I still don't think we've got anyone assigned to southern France, so really we want another few hundred in there. And available planes and reserves. Modernized artillery. There we go. Research bonus for that, and it gets us towards modernized army. Get a little bit more army experience right now, which is good. That's a research bonus for the recon company, which finally did research, but it'll still give us a discount for... Well, it's only 1 times 50, so use it up 1 time, I think. I think it's the same bonus for all the recons, so it's just your next recon is going to be cheaper, I think, or it might be 1 for each of them, I'm not sure. And a couple of 50% bonuses to our doctrines as well. And the nice thing about doctrine is you learn that and you just get better without having to re-equip or upgrade anyone or do anything in the source. All right, German Reich claims Memel. And that should have been handed over to them, and in fact it was, because that's Memel over here. And now what are you working on, Germany? Fate of Czechoslovakia. Okay, so you're going to split this up with Hungary, I believe. Eat the rest of it, and then maybe it's Danziger War. All right, we've got decryption tech, which does again reveal information about the Greek border. Well, I mean, how many troops do they have in total? 9 to 21. I have 24 on the front here, and I could do a marine invasion here. That'll be the big question is, are we going to focus on Cairo first? I mean, if we are, maybe I should move these troops down there. But my plan is sort of like, as soon as, you know, the World War starts and I'm going to be in against France and England anyway, why not just declare on Greece? I should be able to take it pretty consistently. And I think I do like that. Okay. Decryption tech is done. Again, I think I'll hold off on the next level radar for now. I think we're okay. Ooh, next level Marines. Yeah, actually, that's going to be super relevant. In all my test games, I was using Marines well before this time, but I think I was ending up aggroing people too much So I'm taking it a little slower now. Nothing against Greece yet. You can hold off on Yugoslavia and go Greece first. In particular, if you decide to do the Italy first build, and so you befriend Yugoslavia, then go befriend Bulgaria, then go Italy first, create your axis, your faction rather, and you might even be able to pull Yugoslavia in, and then you go down to war with Greece, and then you declare war on Greece and eat them up, and no one's got a guarantee on them, which is pretty funky. Still got to change our conscription laws, especially if we keep training out some troops, and if we do want to use our army experience, even if we stop training, but we use our army experience to make our divisions bigger, we still need a lot more manpower, and we really do need a lot more infantry equipment. So, I mean, this is going to be obsolete in a second, right, because it's weapons level 1, and actually 2k of it is basic equipment that we probably got from some of our conquests. Free military factories, look at that. When was the last time we saw that? I'm going to want more of this. Everything is filled. Yeah, I'm going to go and try to max out on the fighters, because we're going to need them. The convoys. I don't remember. What's our status of the subs? Okay, they're still being worked out. So yeah, make some more convoys. I don't know if we're going to need them, but I don't want to invest in a bigger ship, and I do otherwise just want to go with massed subs for denial over here later on, probably when we expand a little into France or something. Assuming that works out. It'd be really nice if we could get Bordeaux. It would be beautiful if we could get Bordeaux. There we go. We're starting to get some fighters in reserve, which is good for now. Now, these other wings are what? Oh yeah, we do have the bombers. Oh, we do have a bunch of interwar fighters. Alright, I think we can start planning that. Let's go ahead and make another fighter wing. This one is aiming to go up to like 350. It's going to be pretty backwards to start off with, but that's okay. And the bomber wings over here, which I think we're going to leave at this strength, because again, we're not building these bombers for now, which means they're only ever going to be tactical bombers, like they're the interwar versions, which isn't great, but isn't the worst. So the idea with these is they will be responsible for southern France. Oh, lacking range. Do we have air experience? We do, actually. I could probably make a redesign of the planes, and I should, I think. Particularly with increased range. I like it, because that is one of the big barriers with fighters. Hang on, let's go and do a first redesign here. So, under production airplanes, our fighters over here, we're going to give them a couple of ticks of range. And... oh, really? Oh, really? Well, if I'm willing to eat the reliability hit, which means we will lose more of them from attrition, which means we have to produce more, I could create this variant, and we're not getting any air experience passively. You know what? I don't think it's worth it. I'm just going to hold off. I'll hold off until I've got 550. It'll be partway into the war, but then we'll create a bonus reliability, bonus range variant. I like that. Or throw in some engines or something. We'll see. But we do need a fair bit more experience. It'll happen really quickly once the war starts, though. We'll be racking in the experience, hopefully, not at the cost of too many planes. So yeah, we're producing the planes. Actually, I'm really happy at the rate we're doing that. I will put on a second infantry equipment line. And in fact, maybe I'll set it up now, even though we don't really need infantry equipment 1. But we're not going to lose that much of the production queue. I just want to put these side by side and do something like that. And just be ready to do it. That's going to come in when? 129 days. Alright, it's pretty long research. You know what? Maybe I should use the Marines for Greece first. Just have it capitulate a little faster, clear everything up, take the islands, then move down here, because that's going to be a little bit more of a slugfest. Actually, I like that idea. You get canceled. New naval invasion. Just land on Athens right away. I mean, they'll probably have something there, but we can probably just go and take it immediately. Also, do you have a battle plan? No, you don't, do you? You have a front line. But you don't have an offensive line. I think we're just going to do that rather than draw anything particularly sophisticated. You're going to make a beeline for Athens. We'll squeeze it out. We'll unify all this terrain. And then we'll get you to spread out afterwards. Greece should probably fall pretty quick after losing Athens, though. What's the victory? I just want to see the province. That's kind of annoying. It's not... I can't... You're telling me I can't tooltip the province. Because all it's showing me is the divisions. And... Oh, there it is. 20 victory points up there. Okay. I'm like, it must show it somewhere. And 5... Is that it? Just 2 provinces with victory points? I think that is true. 90%. Oh, so I'm going to have to take them both to take Greece. Oh, and they've got another province over here. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to... Wow, that's 90%. Good national unity, Greece. Kudos to you. Alright, that's pretty okay. What I think I'm going to do here is my colonial divisions. I'm going to... Oh, wait. That's my tank division. Okay, yeah, clear out. Colonial division. And clear that out, so you'll just spawn in Sicily. And then what I'm going to do is build an army that's just to defend our ports. Just garrison things. I mean, I can rename these to something like that. Okay. Do we want to go service by requirement? You do eat a lot of factory output if we do that. If we go extensive conscription, the only difference is... So we double our recruitable population, we increase our training time. But we don't lose factory output, which is, I think, what I'm looking for. So I'm going to do that. There you go. We went from, like, 250k to 1.3 million troops ready to go. Because a lot of them were in action. So now we don't have a manpower shortage yet. Fate of Czechoslovakia. So much for peace. So they ate more territory, and Slovakia itself is a puppet of the German Reich. Maybe they didn't lose more territory, but that is a puppet. Now what are you doing? No national focus yet. I'm going to wait to see what they pick first. Oh, right. They haven't done the pact yet to divide Poland. Okay. So we finished modernized army, which is going to give us some nice discounts for some things. Yeah, that's handy. That is very handy. Air innovations might also be very, very, very nice. But I'm wondering if we go German military cooperation, which gives us a permanent doctrine reduction time. Including air research reduction time. So I'm going to do that. Because I would like some more air doctrines as well. Alright, sub. Oh yeah, and France has got a few troops there. We will have to move a wee bit of stuff. Yeah, I should probably wait for you to actually get to trained, and then I'll just plop you over here. There's actually 2 ports and the airfield. I might want 3 troops on this island. Kind of like that idea. So we still have the war goal here. These guys are still being, you know, that. I could fabricate some things over here. But once, like, the war... once you're at 100% world tension, you fabricate claims at, like, 75% faster. I think it's 75% faster as opposed to 75% of the total time, which would be 25% faster. So we could quickly fabricate over here, because grabbing the Iraqi oil would be nice. But, I mean, we've got a lot of stuff to deal with before we even get there. But yeah, grabbing the Suez is going to be huge. All this control over here is going to be massively, massively important. There's a lot of land to grab here, though, which is really annoying. Which is, yeah, it's pretty annoying. So you guys, there's no war goal at all. So if I grab like half of you and encourage you to... move it down to here for starters. And then you guys, I would like you to move up all along this river here and grab that port. You'll be able to snag a lot of territory uncontested unless the UK moves a lot more troops over here. But in terms of fighting, we're not really meant for it. There's our submarines. Excellent. So now, good discounts over here. So an excellent choice to be made here between assault, which involves mechanized stuff. I mean, it involves a lot of stuff, and infiltration, which gives us right away a big infantry bonus. We're not a really mechanized or motorized army, though, so I think I'm going to go on the right-hand side. Plus, the night assault tactics is really good, because half the time you're going to be fighting at night, and normally have a 50% penalty. I mean, it doesn't matter what the penalty or the bonus currently is. The important thing is a 25% swing, which is pretty huge. Actually, I guess if it counters the minus 50 and results in just a minus 25, then effectively that's the same thing as becoming 50% better. It depends on how it adds or multiplies, but I think it adds, and therefore this is effectively 50% better at night, which is... I don't know if it's half the time you fight, I guess it depends on the season, but it's pretty huge. And this is a pretty good start. And we got a pretty good discount, so we are going to grab that and feel pretty good about it. Alright, I felt like I was going to do something else too, but maybe not. Alright, I do have to defend this stuff. A couple more regular infantry divisions. The question is if I'm going to put regular infantry divisions there or garrison types, which I'm slowly building. I think garrison types will be fine. Just enough to stop like a little casual crossing. I mean, I don't know how many troops are standing there. Well, apparently it's one. I think as my ships move over, I get spy information back and forth. I wonder if like I could cross there. What's this province type? Hills. Hills plus a straight crossing is probably not a very good combo. Yeah, just come down here. That's going to be okay. Right away, a little bit of attrition starts to spawn. It's fine. Oh, that's right. I was going to cancel the convoys. I knew there was something. Well, I guess I just say, build me the Type 2 submarines, please. Thank you. And how are we doing? 1,300 infantry stored up. We're still waiting on the level 2 infantry equipment, but I'm okay with the number. We do have manpower as well. We have a little army experience. I could potentially go and upgrade something. Or we could just increase our production. I think increasing the production is probably okay. Add a couple more lines of infantry here. Fall of Nanjing. World tension still only 45%. I guess the one downside to increasing my my number of divisions is, of course, I will need a marshal for a lot of these things. But the French front, that's probably where I'd put a lot of it. Get infantry to crawl over the mountains through here, and then reinforce with some armor once we've got it. I think I'm gonna add. There we go. We've got a lot of equipment for the armor. I mean, some of it will have to be replaced later on, but that's okay. Also, speaking of which, I haven't checked armor tech in a while. Let's say I could start to learn the medium tanks. Especially, what I'll probably do is grab the treaty with Germany for the armor technology boost, and then start working on the tank tech and unlock some medium tanks. Right now, I'm okay with light tanks. We're trying to stay away from the very largest front lines, and mostly we want the tanks for a lot of speed for some of the manual maneuverings. Let's go up to speed 4. It is May. How you working on your pack there? I mean, basically everyone's always going to be in sync with their national ideas because you get to pick one every 70 days, period. And so unless you go for a while without picking one, you should always be okay. So yeah, we can actually breach into Iraq over there, Saudi Arabia. Like, grabbing all that would be super valuable for the oil. Speaking of, now that I'm creating subs, how are we doing? Short 5 oil. That's not too bad at all. We are going to have to queue up some more stuff. We've got some more production facilities. We can get some more oil from our conquest at some point. But I think I might go and put down one more synthetic factory over here. Then, I got the radar station there. Do I want more? I think I do. I think I'm going to want more radar detection over here to catch bombers that might be coming from France into my territory. There you go. That's a lot of coverage, but they're not that bad to build, I don't think. I haven't taken the border reinforcement one. I gotta grab that pretty soon, actually. And I might want to pack a little bit more infrastructure along the north over here. to help some things flow a little bit faster. Something like that. Okay. Dispersed industry level 2. Very, 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 very good. Very valuable. Oh, and construction 3. We want that. It's June. And we don't have our border up. I think we're going to have to get... Because 70 days. Yeah, because after this, he might go for the Poland one. So that might drag me into the war. So I have to go with the fortifications on the front next. I mean, I don't think they can push into me as is. What's our count? Oh, I guess we can zoom way out. Well, that's 30, but that's not necessarily accurate. Oh, and I got a couple more tanks. I got to figure out where to put them. 17, 18, 20 versus my 28. And a lot of Alpine troops, which are going to do very well over here. Also, they do have a tank, which is interesting. They're infantry, type 2 and type 1. So, call that 7 divisions as an average. So it's probably like garrison level and regular level. But still, that's not very strong. And some artillery. And how about your Alpine? Is 10 to 13. Whereas my Alpine divisions are looking like what? Only 8, actually. But I have more of them. I don't know if I want to go and just pile on a whole bunch of these. I could probably add a recon company. That would probably be a good idea. How are we doing on... Because I assume that needs support equipment. Hold on. 500 manpower, 40 infantry equipment, 10 support equipment. And right now we have a surplus. Well, we certainly have a huge surplus of the infantry equipment. How are we doing on support? Not a huge amount, but we don't have that much Alpine. I think this would be fine, actually. They'll fight a lot better with that. I'm wondering if I add another line of this. This would eat manpower. This would eat infantry equipment, but we have the equipment right now. Oh, and that's as much as I can get. Let me cancel that. And just add it to one of the existing lines. I don't know if it matters. Oh, I could give them actual hard artillery. That, I think, is a very good idea. I think that's a very good idea. It's just going to give them a lot more punching power. Let's do that. And if I recall correctly, we had a lot of extra artillery kicking around too. No! Well, we might have, but now we have a huge shortage. German military cooperation. So we are going to get the fortification effort. I'm going to feel a lot better if we do that. Also, it adds coastal forts. France bans communism. We've got the Molotov-Ribbentrop pack. We finished advanced machine tools for more production cap efficiency. That's lovely. I could get the next level synthetic refinery so that we can put 3 in a state, but I don't even have 2 in places yet. Engineering-wise, I'm still feeling okay here. Not yet. Not yet. We got that going on. Oh yeah, let's get the next level of artillery. It's going to be really valuable for us. And we're still working on the infantry equipment. Let's kick that up a notch. Well, as we get more factories done. Marines level 2, very good. I guess we could go with the mountain infantry level 2. That's going to be pretty damn helpful. Alright, do I want to shuffle my production around? Oh, yeah, you know what? We don't need these lines, and they don't have the bonus for it yet anyway. Let's get cranking out a little bit more aggressively here until we fill it out. Well, actually, that's probably going to be fine. 2.81 a day. I'll take, I don't know, call it 200-ish days to finish. Yeah, we won't be quite capped, but it'll be pretty good. You guys are just stockpiling. Filled. You know what? Let me cancel this after all. We'll get extra fighters coming in because I still want more of those. Oh god, war is coming. Big shuffle around Germany. Alright, these tanks. And I think, I expect I'll get called in quite early, and I'm going to be okay with that. So you're capped. I don't think you need more tanks. A couple of light tanks over here would probably do us really well. My priority early on will probably be to hold this front rather than attack, but we'll play it by ear. If France has to pull back any troops, which it might, because Germany's got a huge number of troops over here, Maginot Line be damned. France might not be able to hold that, and they may be forced to pull back some troops. Interesting. Yeah, so just short on artillery. We've got a lot of infantry equipment, but we will use it, especially if we go, and that's really what I expect will happen, is we will go and actually upgrade our templates to have, as soon as we get some more experience, and then we'll probably kill our production for a really, really long time. I'm going to... How do I change... Oh. Current series development in line. Why would it say 10 of 1? Oh, because it's done 10. Yeah, I'm gonna get it to like sort of auto stop after this. Build a couple more colonial ones, and then tanks as well. Okay, more stuff. We got a discount there, but we're gonna hold off for now. I don't think I need the anti-tank. We're going to grab armored operations here, though. More organization and recovery rate for tanks. Enables a couple new tactics, blitz and elastic defense. More tactics is very, very handy. So here we're all good. We're getting that. I'm still going to ignore the paratroopers for now. Support battalions. I can get the second level recon. I can also get the second level of engineering company, which is hugely... Well, it's just more entrenchment, as opposed to just having it overall. Still, I mean, it's effectively a free upgrade to my existing stuff. Just makes my existing stuff better, which will be good because we're going to be fighting soon. Even if I don't get called into the war over here, I could still declare on Greece. Alright, we got to figure out our leadership situation here, because I think we're going to need to generate some more generals. So over here... Old Guard, Panzer Leader. You've got a couple of tanks. You're not assigned, Giovanni? Oh, one of these, has one of these been building up to the desert? Somewhere. I think it's Ubaldo over here. He's got Mountaineer for now. I think he's leading the charge over in Greece, which is good, because there are mountains over here. Yeah, so that's fine. Alright, yeah, you know what? We're going to put Giovanni in charge of this desert group over here. That's fine. This group probably doesn't even need a commander, but I think we're gonna have to roll a few new ones. Oh wow, and the cost goes up. More commanders you have, the more expensive it gets. Ooh. Alright, Old Guard over here. That general there. So, the Western Front in North Africa doesn't have a general, but that's okay. Alright. I think we're okay with this comp. More submarines. I'm going to wait for this this submarine pack to finish and then to get bigger, and we'll send them off somewhere else. We need some more oil. I think I will trade for a little bit of it. I'm going to send one factory away and do that. That's going to be okay. Over here. We are going to get some more oil here, actually. Okay, never mind then. Let me cancel that trade. I mean, it's not going to be literally quite enough, but it's going to be mostly there. And we will get more oil soon with our African conquests. Okay. Oh, God. It's August. What are you doing right now? Danziger War. Guys, it's coming. Danziger War is coming. That will start the war. I may or may not get called in right away. If I do, I mean, I'll probably say yes. And even if I don't, I might decide to start my own shit. I mean, if France and the UK are distracted, me going to war against Greece is going to be perfectly fine. We should be able to take Greece without anyone being able to do anything about it. And right now, it looks like Cairo is pretty damn undefended. Actually, everything in Africa is looking pretty damn undefended right now. So it'll be really interesting to see if I can just sort of sweep this area. I'm wondering if this unit over here could take the naval base here. I mean, it leaves this a little unprotected, and these are pretty thin troops, which is part of the issue. What do we have here? We have our Marines. We do have another colonial division. I am going to create a tiny little group which is being told to garrison this area over here. And I'll try to feed a few more people over there when I can. All right, well, we're going to put a cut in here. August of 39, and Germany is indeed working Danziger War, and it's going to be done really, really soon. I mean, I guess it'll be done about the same time as mine is done, which I guess we're not getting a timer for, but see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.